Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. All right, let's get right into it. And by that, I mean, I'm going to give you a long intro. And by that, I mean, it's not going to be that long. So a little bit ago, about 2 weeks ago or so, I asked you guys, what would you like me to do? Respond to negative comments. One other thing was 10 things or 12 things I learned about starting a reaction channel. And the leave in the comments was the main one that won, but by a little bit. And the reason why I'm not starting with that is I don't have enough good negative comments, okay? You guys, when you give me a negative comment, okay, it's got to be unique. It's got to have some flair to it. It can't be boring AF. And a lot of them were. But I'm also I'm writing a list. So as soon as I can, I'll get that out to you. But the other thing was things I've learned while starting a reaction channel. So let's get right to it. Okay, so number one, everyone thinks that their band is the greatest band that has ever walked this green earth. That is something I have noticed. Every single time I react to a new band, you hear the comments, welcome, you have found the greatest band of all time, you never need to look again. Or, hey, this is the greatest band, congratulations. Everybody loves their bands. They're fiercely loyal, and that is completely fine. Do I agree? No. But to me, I go, the greatest band that's ever existed was Sleep Token. No, I don't really think that, but to me, it is amongst the greatest. That's my opinion. And it's okay to have my opinion, and it's okay for you guys to have your own opinions, okay? But if you do start a reaction channel, know, maybe I'll do like tips too. Know that every single person is going to be fiercely loyal about their band, and don't hate on their band too much. Although I do judge. That's the point of this. So you also don't want to be fake. Hey, don't be fake. They'll spot that in a heartbeat. 2, sound editing is, oh man, it is easily the hardest thing to figure out for YouTube. No matter what I do, either my voice is too loud compared to the music, or the music is too loud, which most people don't complain about. Or there's some weird background thing that I have no idea what it does or how to do it or how to change it. Like it's an EQ thing and I'm recording on a software. So it's bass boosted. Whatever it is, you're too quiet. The whole video is too quiet. When you are listening to your editing, it's louder than it actually is in YouTube. YouTube compresses it a bit. So a good tip, if you guys want to figure it out, good tip is to listen to it with your computer set to 50% audio and make sure it's clear for you. You'd rather it be loud overall, together, not like your voice too loud or your music too loud. Consistent, but overall loud so they can turn it down. That would be my tip. That is the most annoying thing to deal with in editing. All right, 3. So much of the algorithm of YouTube is focused on quantity, not quality. And this is hard for me because I want to take my time and do my videos and spend time making them as good as possible. But YouTube will benefit you more if you do more videos in the week than if you do less videos in a week. If you make one baller video once a month, unless you're Vsauce or like Spaceman or something like that, you ain't going to get much. Because YouTube's not going to push you in the algorithm. But if you do 3 or 4 crap videos or 3 or 4 lesser videos, you'll get much more action because people want to see. But it's partially YouTube, and also people want to see content so they can consume it. So don't spend too much time painstakingly making sure every single thing is perfect on the video when it probably won't get pushed as much as if you just put it out there. Don't waste a ton of time doing a bunch of like fancy editing when you can do a couple of videos. All right, 4. Everybody probably has something interesting to talk about in a reaction. This is something that kind of shocked me. Reaction videos. So when I do a reaction video, when I first started on it, I didn't know what I was doing. I would look at it and be like, I think I added something important to the video, but probably not. Everybody knows this, or I think it's obvious to me when it's actually not, especially because we all have different experiences. We all have different life experiences, talents that we bring to the table when we listen to a song. So there's different focuses, and maybe those focuses are different than other people's focuses. They are. And so you can bring stuff up that they maybe didn't know and utilize your previous expertise. And for me, it'd be drums and voiceover. Even though it's not expertise, it's something. And it can teach people something new. And they really appreciate that. And as well you should. And that means maybe you should give it a shot. You might not think you're contributing that much, but you are more than you think. Okay, this is another one that I found interesting. 5. Lots of comments on a video fuels additional comments. Why? Well, because, and this is something I learned because I do it too. When you're watching a video, when it gets to a point that's a little bit staler than others, what do? You scroll down and you look at the comments. When you're looking at the comments, you're reading the funny comments that other people are reading, and that makes you want to comment too. Sometimes to one up, sometimes to agree, sometimes to put your 2 cents in a reaction channel. Comments are everything because, first off, it puts you up in the algorithm. Second off, it gets you other ideas of what to watch, and not just what to watch, what people will watch. When I first started my reaction channel, I got no comments, and so I had to just guess. I looked up on YouTube what the highlights were, what other people were reacting to, anything and everything I could find that would be interesting. Also, bands that I liked. And I just so happened to come across Electric Callboy for the first time because I was like, I'll give it a shot. And people liked it. And then I got flooded with comments, and I've been flooded with comments ever since. Okay, so find those bands, push for comments, and hopefully you get a bunch of them. Find stuff, give people stuff to comment on. There's other things you can do to fuel comments, but that's a kind of a big key. Is comments brings more comments, and more comments brings more songs and more videos. It's really important. I would say it's more important than likes. All right, 6. I gotta break it to you guys. You can't make everyone happy. Right? Obviously, but it really shows up in reaction videos. You think, oh, I gotta do this because this guy wants me to do that. Oh, I gotta show this because this guy wants me to show that. Oh, I'm speaking too much, and therefore I should stop speaking as much. Or, oh, I need to pause more because I'm speaking over it. Or, oh, you're pausing too much. You should speak over it. Or whatever it is. People are never happy, or they're never satisfied. Sometimes they're giving you advice, and you take that advice, and you'll know what that advice is. But a lot of the times, people just say stuff either because they're jealous, because you're doing good, or because they think you're annoying, in which case they can go somewhere else. There's so many other reaction channels out there, right? You can title your channel to be based off a specific instrument, and other people complain. Yeah, okay. I had somebody complain that I wasn't focusing on the guitar, or I was ignoring the guitar, or I was ignoring the voice, or I was ignoring the bass. Dude, I'm a drum channel, right? I'm focused on the drums. It's like 3 strikes, drum reacts. So obviously I'm going to focus on my own part, the part I know, when I'm listening to music anyway. That's what I'm focused on. So you're not going to make everybody happy. You kind of just have to let it slide. Number 7. Okay. First time listens to a new band, especially if it's a big band, will always be your most watched videos. Why? Well, if you watch reaction videos, if you're watching this video right now, you probably watch reaction videos. You know why? You want the genuine first experience of what they had when they listened to a song that you like for the first time. And I've noticed there's a lot more of me than I thought there were. My favorite thing in life is to witness, or to introduce someone to something that I love for the first time. There's something magical about it. It's like, yeah, I know, right? That's so good. They're so good. And that's kind of what everybody in the reaction channel viewing is doing. They want to see your reaction to something for the first time, not with a bias. There's no bias. There's no preconceived notions. There's no knowledge about it. You're just going to be shocked. And they love to watch that. So those are really important. Now, obviously, you can't just fish for them. If you start fishing for too many of them, you start going around, you're going to have so many sections, so many different bands to keep up with, you'll start losing people. So you got to be careful of that. But go with what people suggest. First listen to bands are fun. They're really fun. And I would highly recommend them. Number 8. This is something that anybody that's in social media completely understands. It's super easy to completely ignore the 100 or 200 or 300 good comments and to hyper focus on the 3 or 4 negative comments, because we focus on negativity. We don't focus to good stuff. We focus on, well, why are they angry? Well, what could I have done differently? Oh, and it goes back to the previous one. You can't make everybody happy. So when you're focusing on those negative comments, you're like, why are they giving me a negative comment? What do I do? How can I fix it? You just ignore it, dude. Look at the other stuff. Be happy. They're one person or they're 3 people. Who cares? Just ignore the bad comments. Or be like me. Put them on a list and maybe do a responding to negative comments, because I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Number 9. Active listening is exhausting. Now, active listening is essentially what you do when you're listening to music while you're performing, while you're doing something for a reaction channel or anything. When you're listening to parts of the song for specific reasons, to know what's going on, to see what they're doing differently or whatnot. You're hyper focused on all the little things, how they're doing them, how they're replicating it so that you can replicate it. And I have learned I can only do 6 a time, 6 a day. That alone is exhausting to me. By the 6th one, I'm like, and I'm sweating. This is the last video for me of the night. And it's so exhausting, you wouldn't know. But that's because you're looking for all the little details. And by the way, you wouldn't think it'd be that exhausting, because it can take 16 minutes to make a reaction video, but it can take about an hour to edit the video. But that's not even the exhausting part. The exhausting part is the performance of it. It's the reacting to it. Even if I'm high energy, woo, 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 it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If I have an energy drink right before, it doesn't matter. You're going to be tired after 6 or 7, or maybe you have more than I do videos. But it is tiring. You have to take a break. So what I actually ended up doing today, and I suggested too if you guys do it, is take a break. Do a couple, stop, go drink, go to the bathroom, go talk to your wife, and then come back to it. Otherwise, like right now I have 2 huge lights. They're blinding and they are hot. Number 10. This one's also another relatively obvious one, but something I've learned. The reaction is the fun part. You never really know if you did everything right the way you should have, but usually it's better than you think. But you know what's not that fun? The editing is not that fun. Dude, I want an editor so bad. Editing is not that fun. Thumbnails aren't that fun. Thumbnails you can do really quickly. I can do thumbnails in like 5 minutes. But the editing part is just slow and tedious. And it'd be really nice to have an editor. It'd be really nice to have an editor for the negative comment one, because then I wouldn't see the comments and have a pre-written, decided reaction to it. I could just blind react, and that'd be fun. But you can only wish for, right? I'm not gonna pay somebody right now. I'm not making enough money. So, reacting is the fun part. Enjoy it. Have fun. Don't stress out about it. And then later on, you can fix any mistakes that you made. Number 11. This is something that I've learned recently that definitely is something I didn't expect. It's super easy to feel rushed to perform and rushed to get videos out when things start looking good. When I wasn't getting that many reactions to watches on my reaction videos, I was getting like 400 or 500, and a lot of them probably just skipped it. You can see your dip was like that. When I was getting those, I didn't really feel a push for it. I would kind of just go, okay, I'll do a reaction video, one on Tuesday, one on Thursday. Then things started to explode. And what did I do? I want to go, make hay while the sun's shining. What's the saying? Make gravy. Yeah, go for it. And you feel this rush, and you feel this rush to perform, and you feel this rush to perform differently. And that is not what people are watching you for. That's not what they're here for. They're here to watch you as you and to see your reactions, not your fake reactions. And so I had to purposely go, no, okay, So I'm going to increase my amount, but I'm not going to feel rushed about it. I'm not going to feel, I went on vacation. I just got back off vacation with my wife. We went to Idaho and Washington, spent some time, had some good dinner. It was a baby moon. It was a lot of fun. When I first started, I felt rushed. I was like, oh, I got to make sure that I do something I got to edit all these videos so that the videos come out on the right times. It's like, no, don't stress about it. People are going to be there when you get back. Okay. Obviously you should have a consistent schedule, but don't feel like, oh, you're getting some traction, therefore you need 50 videos now. People aren't expecting that of you. If they are, it's unrealistic, especially because reaction videos, they don't really get paid. And by the way, that leads into the next one. Thank you, number 11. Now, number 12. Don't go into it for money. Really don't go into YouTube for money at all. Until you get really big, you're not going to get it. I just recently started earning some, and I haven't got my first check from yet because I haven't made enough money yet. First off, YouTube does not allow you to get paid until you get over $100. And that takes a while. You might get one video that gets decent, but most of my videos are like a couple cents. You know, I think one video I had like $60 on. That's awesome. Except I can't see that money until I get 100. And the problem is that every single video you react to in music about is copyrighted. No matter what you do, no matter what you try to do, it's all going to be copyrighted unless they allow it. And when it's copyrighted, you don't get paid and they get paid. So what do you have to kind of find other avenues. Like I recently started a Patreon. Patreon can help support me, but it doesn't get that many people. And that you know, that's not the point. The point is for support and also to allow for mine is to skip the line. But you gotta find other ways. Like this video. This video will not be copyrighted because it's my own stuff. Is it gonna get as many likes as a reaction? Nope. But that's not the point. The point is I'm wanting to do this for you guys, and it's also fun for me because you guys wanted me to do it. But again, unless you pause like every 10 seconds on a video to skip the copyright, you're not going to get paid for it. So don't go into it thinking you're going to get paid and hoping for you to get paid and not doing it unless you get paid. That's really easy to think. And don't skip every 10 seconds. People get really annoyed by that. You're like, oh, I'm stopping it because of copyright. Nope. People don't want to see that. You just react to it. You stop when you authentically have a reason to stop to, and do it that way. Also, I think that YouTube rules should change for reaction channels. Obviously, I'm biased, but like people that are huge or that do stuff with music or that change it up, there should be some form of compensation. I'm not saying that the money should all come to us, and I'm not saying the money should all go into them. There's this new thing called sharing. I think that should be the majority of it. It should be split 50-50, right? Especially if you're a small band. And we have let's say I'm a huge reaction channel. I'm bringing you publicity. You're getting listens on Spotify. You're getting watches on your own YouTube videos. There should be some form. I'm just making my own little tiny YouTube video that might have 2,000 views or 3,000 or whatever. We need to have some form of sharing ability in the income. And that would actually incentivize them people to do this more. Because there's so many people wanting to watch reactions. When I'm looking for reactions to Sleep Token, I have seen so many. Why? Because I love them. And I want to see more of them. So, fix it, YouTube. All right, guys. That has been my 12 things that I have learned while starting a reaction channel. I hope you learned something. I hope maybe if you're trying to start your own reaction channel, you'll learn something about that. Maybe you saw some tips that you could implement. Or maybe if you're just curious about reaction channels and what it's like on the other side, you got to see a little bit of what it's like from a guy who just started in February. And how that can go and stuff I've learned. Hey, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, please. It really pushes in the algorithm. I'm also trying to get to 10,000 likes. And I thank you so much for watching my channel and following me on my journey. See you guys later.